Well guys, you've joined me in sunny Herefordshire, not my normal haunt. If you'd watched my last video, you'll see that I'd promised a road trip, and here we are. We've come to this beautiful estate lake. Here we go, look at that behind me there, absolutely gorgeous. We're right next to the River Wye, not far from Hereford. We're at a place called Letton Court Fishery, and yeah, hopefully we can get some old estate lake carp, but bit of an unknown fishery this one. They don't really know what's in it, but there's definitely a couple of decent 30-pounders and quite a few backup 20s as well, but certainly not going to be easy. Just talking to some guys that have fished here a few times, and they've only had a couple of fish in 7 or 8 sessions, so I'm not promising anything, but it's gorgeous place to be, and looking like it's going to be a beautiful evening. We've got 5 nights ahead of us. We're not staying here. We're going to do hopefully a couple of nights here, possibly a little bit of river fishing for barbel, and then we're either going to go to Christchurch on the Lynch Hill complex, or possibly to linear fisheries, but we may change our minds. You know, bit of time to play with, and we haven't actually made a proper plan yet, but for the next 48 hours or so we're going to be at Letton Court. So yeah, I'm just going to have some dinner now, coming into the evening, but I'll show you a bit more of the lake tomorrow, and I'll introduce you to my mate Matt that I've come down with, a guy that I've known for a long time, and we don't get to fish very often, so hopefully we'll have a nice time this week and catch a few fish. Also, this is going to be a 3-part video, and I'm running a competition over the 3 videos, so if you subscribe to the channel, click the red button to subscribe, and I'll enter you into the competition, and I'm going to announce the prize for that competition in the last of the 3 videos, so make sure you watch them all. Yeah, I'll just give you one last little look down the lake there. I'll give you a proper look tomorrow, as I said, but yeah, just going to get some dinner on, have a couple of beers and catch up with my mate Matt, and yeah, I'll speak to you guys in the morning, if not before, with a fish. Well, good morning guys. Had a bream at about 5 AM this morning, put the rod back out, and an hour later it's gone again, and new British record bream. £25. No, only kidding. Nice fish though. About £4 I think, something like that. Nice and dark. Proper old one, really jet black. And if the bream looked like this, then I imagine the carp are absolutely stunning. So yeah, we're in the first morning now at Letton Court, and we've got another night and morning. Then we're going to go on to the River Wye on the Wye and Us stretch, hopefully try for some barbel, and then possibly Lynch Hill or somewhere like that. So yeah, I'll keep you updated as we go along, and it's a bit dull, a bit early still this morning, so I won't show you the lake yet, but when it brightens up a bit I'll give you a bit of a look around and You can see just how stunning this place is. It's gorgeous. You've got lilies everywhere. It's quite overgrown, you know, quite wild, and it's definitely not a normal sort of day ticket, but you can fish it on a day ticket, so that's what we've done here. But yeah, I'll get this one back, and I'll talk to you a bit later on once it's brightened up a bit, and hopefully show you a carp or two, but you just never know. It's a bit of an unknown quantity, this lake. Right, I'll get Mr. Bream back, and hopefully we'll meet Mr. Carp. Morning guys. Uneventful night, as I think I said when I was showing you that bream there. But yeah, I did have a bream at 5 AM, and then that one I showed you was about 6 AM. Don't normally like catching bream, you know, they're a bit of a pain, they don't really fight and they're pretty slimy and everything, but they're pretty nice, decent sized ones then, so yeah, I'm pretty happy to have got something. But yeah, no carp as yet, unfortunately. But I just thought I'd give you a little look at the lake, because it's absolutely stunning down here. You can see behind me here, got all lily pads along here, and that's actually where I've just caught those bream from, and I've got 2 rods over to the pads now. Nice little bits where the pads go in. Sort of obvious feeding spots. It's quite hard there. It's sort of weedy open water, and then it sort of gets a bit clearer near the pads. So I think the fish might be sort of regularly feeding on those spots, and obviously people are baiting there, so it's sort of clearing into the pads a little bit. But yeah, just have a look down here. I think it's about sort of 6 to 8 acres. So it goes all the way down that way, about 300 yards or so. And it's an oxbow lake. It used to be part of the River Wye, and it was a horseshoe bend, and then sort of natural erosion of the water flow filled it in, and it became this sort of horseshoe shaped oxbow lake. And it's absolutely beautiful, you know, it's all natural, there's no sort of swims cutting it. Pretty chilled out fishing really. The boss is pretty cool, and he's not too strict on rules or anything like that, so yeah, it's a nice place to be actually, and lovely part of the country. I've never been over this way, sort of Herefordshire, but yeah, it's nice sort of farmland and beautiful really. But yeah, tactics for this session, just as usual, I sound like a broken record, but using the white Escort pop-ups on Withy pool rigs again, and scattering a few freebies around, and well, that's what's done me those 2 bream, and at least I know the spots are clear and I can hook a fish on them. I just need a carp to come along now. The stock is pretty low in this lake. I think it's 6 acres, as I said, and they reckon there's somewhere between 30 and 50 fish, so it's not a prolific venue by any means. And I think I said before, there's a guy that's done 7 or 8 sessions with his mate, and they've only had 2 fish between them in those sessions, and they're sort of 3-night sessions as well, you know, not just overnighters. So you know, they've put together quite a lot of hours and only had a couple of fish, but one of those was a 36-pound common, so you know, it's worth fishing for, but a bit challenging. And yeah, I can't guarantee catching on this session, but what a place to be, hey. I'm gonna stick the kettle on now and have a bit of a chill out, as I do, and maybe I'll speak to you a little bit later and explain a bit more about this competition that I'm running, and possibly a couple of hints what the prize is going to be. But I won't actually give that away until my 3rd part of this 3-part road trip. So yeah, stay tuned, and I'll catch you a little bit later on. Guys, we've had a bit of a break from the lake. We're right next to the River Wye on the lake there, and the fishing was pretty slow on the lake, to be honest, just a couple of bream each this morning. So we've decided to come onto the river for a little bit. With all the hot weather, the level's quite low, but we've managed to find a bit of fast flowing water down here. So yeah, Matt's just there. Where is he? Just there, just trundling a bit of meat down in the faster flow, and then I'm trying the S-Core 2 boilies. Yeah, the S-Core 2, the fish meal version. Trying one of those with a little bag of pellets and a few S-Core in there, just at the end of this fast run where the water starts to get a bit deeper again, because I figured the oxygenated water will come into the deep pool, and hopefully the fish will be sat in there. So yeah, I just fired out about 10 freebies and cast a little bag over just beyond the centre really. So yeah, I'm just got the rod right up in the air there, just keep the line out the water, and I'm just fishing a running rig, which I'll show you in a minute when I wind in next. It's a solar lead clip with the running rig attachment in it, so it can actually be free running. Quite a handy little setup actually, and just a sort of 15-inch soft supple braided hook link with I think it's a size 8 hook and a single S-Core 2 bottom bait, and then like I said, a PVA bag. And yeah, I'm just gonna wait a little bit, and if nothing happens, I might wind it in and try slightly further across the river. But yeah, I just thought I'd update you as we're no longer fishing the lake, but we're going to go back there this evening and fish overnight for our final night on Letham Court. And then tomorrow we've got a full day barbel fishing, I believe. So I'll update you if I catch anything, and I'll show you that rig in a minute for the barbel. And then we'll speak to you a bit later on when we're back at the lake. So fingers crossed we can catch a barbel, but it's not ideal conditions, and I'm not that hopeful, but yeah, miracles do happen. Well guys, welcome back. We're back on the lake, as you can see behind me here. We gave it a couple of hours on the river, but tough conditions really. We've had hot weather for so long. It's been at least 50 million degrees, and you know, I don't think the fish are really up for feeding. There's not a lot of oxygen left in the river. But yeah, we've come back down the lake now, and we've got the rods out for the night. We did a little bit of stalking for a couple of hours down the far end. We saw a couple of fish sort of mooching around down there, and thought we'd give it a couple of hours with a bit of free lining. We took a rod each, and you know, we free lined a boilie down there over a bit of bait that we'd been sort of putting in since we got here. Really, you know, we just thought it looked like a good spot for a bit of stalking. So we've both been putting a few baits in every now and again, and we did see a fish there. So we wound in and took a rod each and did a bit of stalking, but nothing came of it. But it was encouraging to see a fish, and that's actually the first carp we've seen since we've been here. So we had to give it a go, didn't we? But yeah, nothing happened, but in it to win it and all that. But yeah, as I said, back down the lake now. It's coming up to 8 o'clock and well ready for some dinner, and got some rum that I'd like to drink as well. So yeah, definitely going to be smashing that down in a minute, and have a nice sort of chilled out evening. We've got the rods out now. Back on the pads on the far side over here. There's, you know, three nice spots along there that I found that's a bit clearer. There's a lot of weed sort of in open water, but as you get nearer the pads it clears up, and there's a couple of spots that I found. So yeah, I've got the rods out for the night. Normal tactics, you know, S-Core and white pop-ups over the top. And yeah, hoping for a fish tonight, but if not, we've got tomorrow. We're leaving here tomorrow morning, and we're going to go find a campsite and have a shower and stuff, and then we've got the afternoon and the evening on the River Wye, hopefully for a barbel. So yeah, I didn't get to show you my barbel rig today on the river, as I said I was going to, but yeah, I'll if you check out parts here of my, as I said, 3-part video, the road trip, part 2 will be all about the barbel fishing on the Wye, so I'll show you my rig as part of that, and you can see how we hopefully catch some barbel, but it's definitely going to be tough with the conditions we've had lately. So yeah, going to chill out for the evening and hopefully catch a carp or two, but we'll see. I'll catch you either in the morning, or if I catch a fish I'll obviously show you that. Alright, I'll speak to you soon. Morning. You may notice I'm looking a little bit more chirpy than last time I spoke to you, and that's because the impossible happened in the night, and I managed to land a fish, and not just any fish. I'm not 100% sure, but possibly the biggest mirror in the lake. We don't really know the stock in this lake, it's a bit of an unknown, but the owner was saying there was one 30-pound mirror, and hasn't been out for about 3 years or something, I think he said. And I've gone and caught a 31 £10 mirror, so yeah, I'll have to confirm that with the owner, but possibly the biggest mirror in the lake, and an absolutely stunning old estate lake fish, and I imagine he's had a really interesting life. A lot of the fish in here apparently were originally in the river, and it was a syndicate lake, and people would catch them out the river and put them in here, and you know, that fish has possibly come from miles away, and he's survived otter attacks, and yeah, just blown away really. I can't believe it. Yeah, caught on the S-core again, fishing over to the pads on the far side. I'll just show you the lake because it's looking beautiful this morning. Look at that. It's a little bit bright behind me, but yeah, we've got blue skies and absolute flat calm conditions this morning, and it's looking lovely. So we're going to start packing up in a minute. That'll be the end of part 1 of the road trip, so remember to subscribe guys, because I am running a competition, and I'm going to reveal the prize in the 3rd part of these videos. So subscribe at this stage and watch the other videos, and you'll see what you might win. I should actually introduce you to my mate Matthew. Shall we go say hello to him? This is my swim here, and the rod's down there, and let's go see. He's a little bit shy. Look, here he is.
Morning.
That's Matthew. I've known him for, how long have I known you, Matt?
20 years.
20 years, long time. We sort of know each other from college back in the day when I used to live up north. Haven't seen him for quite a while, but yeah, we've managed to escape the kids and go fishing, so yeah, it's nice, and we've got a few days ahead of us, so I'm going to start packing up now, as I said, and if yeah, if I don't have anything else, that'll possibly be the end of the video, and make sure you check out part 2 where we're going barbel fishing on the River Wye. Not something that I've done an awful lot of before, but Matt's done quite a lot of barbel fishing, so hopefully he's going to teach me some of his magic, and I can catch a couple of fish. So make sure you check out part 2 of the road trip, and as I said, make sure you subscribe, because you enter into the competition, and I know you don't know what you're going to win, but if you check out part 3 of the videos, I'll let you know what the prize is. So thanks very much for watching, and yeah, make sure you check out part 2. Alright, cheers.